The morning sun filtered through the reinforced glass windows of Lincoln High School's integrated classroom, casting long shadows across desks where human and alien students sat side by side. It was the 6th year of the exchange program, and the novelty of having extraterrestrial educators had long since faded into normalcy. Today, however, something extraordinary was about to unfold. Professor Thelmos, a Vor Theta from the Kepler 452 system, stood at the front of the classroom, his iridescent skin shifting between shades of violet and emerald as he prepared the day's lesson. His 3 arms gestured gracefully toward the holographic display that floated above his desk, projecting complex mathematical equations that seemed to twist through 4-dimensional space. Today, Thelmos announced, his voice resonating with harmonic undertones, we will explore a concept that your human mathematicians have theorized about for centuries but never truly implemented. Dimensional calculus. Sarah Chen, a 17-year-old human student sitting in the 3rd row, felt her stomach drop. The material was notoriously difficult. Even the advanced alien students from the ZYXTion colonies had struggled with it last year. I understand this appears daunting, Thelmos continued, his sensory organs focusing on the anxious faces around him. But here is what your human educators failed to teach you: mathematics is not about reaching the answer. It is about understanding the journey. He dimmed the holographic display and instead projected something unexpected: images of human children learning to walk, to paint, to play music. The classroom fell silent. When human infants learn to walk, they do not stumble forward thinking about the destination. They focus on the next step, the balance, the motion. They celebrate each small progress. Yet when humans learn mathematics, you are taught to fear failure, to see mistakes as deficiency rather than discovery. Thelmos transformed the images again, this time showing various alien species at different stages of their mathematical evolution. There were Kaurians with their geometric 3-dimensional thinking, the Vor Theta with their harmonic mathematical language, and ancient humans with their crude counting systems scratched on cave walls. Your species evolved without advanced mathematics, Thelmos explained, yet you created art, music, and architecture of extraordinary beauty. Why? Because you understood pattern and rhythm intuitively. You built monuments that defied gravity through understanding balance. You composed symphonies through understanding harmony. This is mathematics expressed through human brilliance. A quiet boy named Marcus raised his hand. Professor, are you saying math is just art? No, Thelmos replied, his antennae quivering thoughtfully. I am saying art is mathematics that your species understands emotionally before intellectually. The bridge between is not difficult, it is already within you. For the next hour, Thelmos taught dimensional calculus, but not as abstract formulas. He connected it to the spiral of a nautilus shell that Sarah had sketched in her notebook last week. He tied it to the musical intervals that Marcus had hummed during lunch. He showed how the architectural principles in the Taj Mahal, built by humans centuries ago, were actually early dimensional thinking expressed in stone. Sarah found herself leaning forward, pencil moving furiously. For the first time, the equations weren't symbols to memorize, they were languages describing the beauty she already recognized in the world. The 4-dimensional calculations began to feel less like abstract torture and more like learning to see a new color that had always been there. When the class ended, students lingered instead of rushing out. Several approached Thelmos with genuine questions, eager to explore further. Sarah waited until the others had left. Professor, she said hesitantly, I just want to thank you. I was terrified of this class. But today, I understand now that I've been doing this math my whole life without realizing it. Thelmos's skin shifted to a warm golden hue, a sign of satisfaction that Sarah had learned to recognize. This is what we have discovered, Sarah, in teaching your species. Humans do not learn through domination of concepts. You learn through connection. You excel when you understand not just the what, but the why, and the where of knowledge. He placed one of his 3 hands gently on her shoulder. Your civilization will advance not because you will become like us, but because you bring your unique perspective to problems we have studied for millennia. You see with eyes we do not have. You feel with hearts we can only hypothesize about. This is humanity's greatest strength. As Sarah walked down the hallway, she realized the real lesson wasn't about dimensional calculus at all. It was that sometimes the greatest teachers were those willing to learn from their students, and that understanding could bridge not just classrooms, but entire galaxies.